Hi, my name is Christine Narcisse, and I'm the current president of Southborough Rotary Club. I moved to Southborough in 1994 and joined Southborough Rotary the following year. I was looking for a way to engage with my community, and it's been one of the best decisions I've ever made. I'm here today to tell you a bit about who we are and what we do. Rotary is an organization whose members are committed to performing community service. The service comes in many forms, from fundraising to hands-on action. There are 1.2 million members in 35,000 clubs in over 160 countries throughout the world. My rough calculations are that there are Rotary clubs in over 80% of the countries around the globe. The work of Rotary begins in the community, and every community has its own unique needs and concerns. Our mission is to assess those needs, provide service to others, promote integrity, advance world understanding, goodwill, and peace through our fellowship of members who are like-minded in their desire to serve the community. Rotary was founded in 1905 in Chicago by an attorney named Paul Harris. He wanted to form a club with a mission so that business leaders and professionals from diverse backgrounds could exchange ideas, form meaningful friendships, and give back to their communities. Their first service project was a community toilet. So Rotarians have always been good at ferreting out what a community actually needs. The name Rotary came from the original group's practice to rotate their meeting place from office to office of its membership. The initial focus was friendship and business integrity and service. Thinking back to the history of business at the turn of the century, I think it was important to Paul Harris to create a business climate that was fair. Members came from the business sector of Chicago, and he tried to pull in professionals from all the sectors of the city. Clubs were limited to 1 or 2 members from any particular classification of business, for instance, law, finance, banking, real estate, etc. Paul Harris created the 4-way test. It was instituted for how Rotarians made decisions. Of the things we think, we say, or we do, we ask, is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendships? And will it be beneficial to all concerned? I met a Rotarian who was a banker, and she actually framed this test and mounted it on the wall of her office in the bank because she thinks it's important to distinguish herself and her business ethics from others in the financial sector. Don't we all wish that Wall Street banks had practiced this test in the lead up to the 2008 financial crisis in this country? As Rotary grew, a structure developed such that individuals are members of a specific Rotary club. The club is part of a Rotary district, which in turn is part of the umbrella organization called Rotary International. Individual members are called Rotarians. Rotary has transformed, though, since its founding to expand its emphasis from business to service. We seek members not just from the business community anymore, but from the broad base of the local community. We are seeking people of integrity who are interested in service to the local community and the world community. The Rotary Foundation was started in 1917 to augment Rotary International. Its mission is to enable Rotarians to advance world understanding, goodwill, and peace through the improvement of health, the support of education, and the alleviation of poverty. During the past 100 years, the Foundation has spent $3 billion, and that is billion with a B, on life-changing sustainable projects. Donations to the Rotary Foundation make a difference to those who need our help the most. More than 90% of donations go directly to supporting our service projects around the world. No glitzy buildings or high-class salaries. They go to the projects where they're intended to go. Our 35,000 clubs carry out sustainable projects and support our 6 causes. With donations like yours, we've wiped out 99.9% of all polio cases. Your donation also trains future peacemakers, supports clean water, and strengthens local economies. One donation really can save a life, A child can be protected from polio with as little as 60 cents. Our partners make your donation go even further. For every $1 Rotary donates to polio eradication, the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation has committed $2. When Rotary members plan service projects, we are asked to consider Rotary's 6 areas of focus. 1, disease prevention and treatment. 2, clean water and sanitation. 3, maternal and child health and welfare. 4, basic education and literacy. 5, economic and community development. And 6, peace and conflict resolution. Rotary encourages us to partner with other organizations to increase the leverage of our efforts. As an example, Rotary International started its fight against the disease of polio in 1976 with a project to immunize 6 million children in the Philippines. Rotary has since partnered with the World Health Organization to eradicate the disease across the globe. In 1988, polio was endemic in 125 countries. The Gates Foundation has joined the fight and provided additional funding. Rotarians on the ground where polio is still active assist to coordinate immunization, and Rotary International, through its foundation and with the help of the WHO and the Gates Foundation, provide the funding for the vaccine and the coordination of immunization. It is now endemic in only 3 countries: Afghanistan, Pakistan, and Nigeria. There are clubs in each of these countries trying to overcome impediments such as the local society's distrust of the West, the medical practices of the developed world, and the quality of the vaccine. You may have seen the We Are This Close campaign with the notable support from celebrities Kristen Bell, Archie Panjabi, and Jackie Chan. All Rotary projects begin with a good idea, and often the good idea of just one Rotarian. For example, in 2000, a Rotarian from a club in England had an idea for how to provide a quick and necessary response to natural disasters for families. The idea was developed into his club's service project in 2005 to celebrate Rotary's 100th birthday. The concept of the shelter box was designed to provide all the essentials that a family needs to survive the immediate aftermath of a disaster. The shelter box is a big plastic tub which is carefully packed to include a tent, insulated ground sheets for sleeping on, and thermal blankets, mosquito nets, a water purification kit, tools like an axe, a saw, a shovel, and various hand tools, a stove and cooking equipment along with instant meals, hats, gloves, and a child's activity pack that has coloring books and crayons and cards. Today, Shelterbox has responded to more than 200 natural disasters and humanitarian crises in 90 countries, providing aid for over 1 million people, all from one good idea from one Rotarian with the support of one Rotary Club. As an example on a more local level, a Rotarian from Westboro was visiting Guatemala. He saw firsthand the challenges that country had in the area of emergency medical response. No ambulances, no backboards used to transport accident victims. He came home and started thinking about how Rotary could assist in this area. In 1988, the Westboro Rotary Club partnered with physicians at UMass Medical School to form the Global Emergency Medicine Initiative, or Gemini for short. The project provides expertise and training in emergency medicine, as well as equipment sorely needed in these lesser developed countries. Since its initial participation in Guatemala, services have been provided in the Dominican Republic, Nicaragua, Guyana, Honduras, and Armenia. Rotary was formed as an all-male organization. In 1977, the Duarte Rotary Club in California admitted the first 3 women to Rotary. And in 1989, Rotary International voted to admit women as part of its charter. The Southborough Rotary Club was founded in 1960. We have enjoyed a membership that has hovered around 50% women, almost from the time I joined in 1995. I was the first female president of the club in 2005. This was extra special for me because that year we celebrated Rotary's 100th birthday. I am on my third term in my 25 years as a Rotarian and couldn't be prouder of our small but nonetheless strong club. If you've been in Southborough a while, you will remember our local vet, Dr. Ovid Fraser. Dr. Fraser is originally from Guyana. He encouraged us to participate in the Gemini project in Guyana. The focus of Gemini's February 2012 training in Guyana was the Georgetown Public Hospital, where 16 nurses were trained in the latest emergency medicine techniques. We employed train the trainer instruction and donated equipment and supplies, including defibrillators, bandages, and collars, all of which will be used in future training. Major topics included in the training were splinting, bandaging, bagging, and the use of EMT equipment, transporting patients, and first aid and CPR. All participating students were given a Gemini-produced electronic resource kit on a flash drive that included instructional materials and links to global emergency medical response resources and organizations. Project outcomes in Guyana included EMT skills, which are now widely dispersed in Guyana with 67 nurses. Nurses are competent to teach the course. We added hospitals in addition to the Georgetown Public Hospital, and they are all upgrading their ambulance services and are using project-trained staff. A gift of 300 medical books from UMass to Guyana was also supplied. All adults no doubt recall the horrific tsunami that struck Asia the day after Christmas in 2004. Southborough Rotary was able to harness the power of Rotary's matching grants for an international project to assist a village in Thailand. We held a wine tasting in Southborough with the sponsorship of the Vin Bin and several of the Vin Bin's wine suppliers. On one Saturday night in our little town in Southborough, we raised $7,500, which was matched by our Central Massachusetts district for a total of then $15,000. The Rotary Foundation matched that, so we were able to send $30,000 to a Rotary club on the ground in Thailand to use to replace a fishing village's fleet that had been completely wiped out in the tsunami. These examples illustrate Rotary's capacity to help internationally. Closer to home, our club sponsors several events to serve our local community. For example, we sponsor the Trotter School Talent Show, which assists in at least two critical ways. The ticket sales provide funds to the school, which has been used to buy books and periodicals for the library, as well as assist with funding for the purchase of the new lighting and sound system in the auditorium. It has also provided a performance venue for developing youth to build skills and self-esteem. We co-sponsor the Earth Day Town Cleanup in the spring each year with the Department of Public Works. Town residents numbering over 100 come out to clean town streets, neighborhoods, playing fields, and parks. Rotary provides t-shirts for all the volunteers, and Domino's Pizza of Southborough provides a pizza lunch for those who participate as well. We count on Polar Beverages to donate water for the thirsty volunteers. We sponsor at least 4 rising high school sophomores to attend an annual leadership training called Rotary Youth Leadership Awards. Students from all over central Massachusetts come together for a weekend of training and workshops and activities designed to inspire and develop leadership skills. We fund a scholarship of $1,000 per year for all 4 years for a Southborough student graduating from Algonquin and attending a Massachusetts public university. We sponsor the pumpkin stroll at Heritage Day weekend. This year, we asked residents, in addition to dropping off their carved pumpkins, to bring an item for the Southborough Food Pantry. On Heritage Day Monday, we partnered with Domino's Pizza of Southborough to sell pizza. This is our major fundraiser throughout the year to do all of our good works. I just learned today that I have secured a grant from the Schwartz Foundation in Worcester to attend my first Rotary International Service trip. I will be going to Guatemala in March to install stoves in homes where currently an open fire is used for cooking. This predisposes the residents to respiratory diseases, burn injuries, and increased use of scarce wood for cooking. The stoves will improve ventilation, prevent injuries, and decrease wood consumption by at least 50%. I am so proud to be able to represent my local Rotary Club on a service trip to Guatemala. In closing, I would ask for your support. Rotary seeks service-minded people from all walks of life to join us in making a difference in our community. The Southborough Rotary Club meets Wednesday mornings at 7 a.m. at Red Barn Coffee, eastbound. If this meeting time doesn't work for your schedule, I know there is a Rotary Club somewhere close by that will meet at a time you can fit into your schedule. If you're unable to join us at this time, we're always looking for friends just to help us in our mission. Please volunteer for an event like the Earth Day Town Cleanup, or donate at the next Rotary booth you see. Even buying a slice of pizza on Heritage Day can support 1 dose of a polio vaccine. Above all, volunteer. Your world and your community needs you. Thank you.